Hello and welcome to Friday's second edition of Cracking the Cryptic. This is the Sudoku video of the day, obviously. Earlier on today, there was a crossword video. Very, very nice puzzle by Andy M. Carroll. Actually, I think I might have put this in the tweet about that puzzle. It sort of would help with if you play a lot of Trivial Pursuits, then solving that puzzle would be good for you, because there was an awful lot of stuff that you sort of had to know or have a vague awareness of, even if you didn't have to know it in detail. But lovely, lovely crossword, and hopefully some of you might enjoy that. Oh, and I have an apology to make as well. About a week ago, I mentioned a crossword of mine that I made in 2006, and I said I was going to try and remember to put it on Patreon, and I've been away for the last few days, and I didn't get it up on Patreon before I left, but I have put it on Patreon now. It's in the free part of Patreon, so I might even try and remember to put a link to that on the screen. So if you were interested to see the crossword, it's called Hope by Pieman, then you can do that. Just click the link. Anyway, what else can I mention? I've been away, and I know I should talk about this puzzle. Let's talk about this puzzle first. Friendly Circles by Fitzy. It looks like 50 in the sort of weird font, but this is by Fitzy. We've had this recommended a lot, and it's one of these weird sets of recommendations. People are recommending it because it's very clever. Some people have said it's brutal. Some people have said it's quite easy. Make of that what you will. I have read the rules. It's got this concept of friendly cells, which I've seen before, but I haven't done a puzzle with friendly cells in it for many, many a month. So I'm going to have to remember whatever it is you're meant to know about friendly cells in order to solve the puzzle. It's actually, I found it on Logic Masters. It's got 4 stars out of 5 for difficulty. So I do not think whoever's saying this is relatively trivial, I suspect is wrong. But you'll be able to judge looking at the length of the video. And anyway, we'll get to the rules of this one in a moment or two's time. Now, what else can I mention? I said I've been away. I have indeed. I've spent a lovely few days in Scotland, where I have been at the old course in St Andrews, of course. This was one evening playing the 18th hole. You could see the lights are on in all the buildings. It was quite late. It was sort of 9:30 at night. The camera doesn't quite do it justice. But we played 3 rounds there, and also a round at Carnoustie, and it was absolutely wonderful. So huge thanks to the guys I went with, Michael, Matthew, and Jack, for making it such a fun few days away. I solved. Now, I did solve a couple of Sudokus when I was away, but not many. And actually, one of the guys who was one of the party, Jack Munro, is the most extraordinary golfer. Definitely the best long game I've ever seen. And just to give you an idea of what I mean when I say that, Jack's been on. He's been on the European Tour, the Asian Tour, the Australian Tour for years and years. And I've seen lots of tour players play over the course of my life. But to give you a flavour of how good Jack is, yesterday we played the old course off the back tees. I go out and 1 under par gross. Not awful. I will agree that's not awful. I was 6 shots behind Jack. He went round the front 9 in 29, including a shank. He still got a par on the hole he shanked. I contributed exactly on the no holes to our team score. It was utterly remarkable golf. And so yeah. Anyway, he's a charming guy as well. With a clothing brand that I really do like, and I will try and remember to put a link to that either on the screen or in the description. If you're a golfer, and I know some of you out there admit to it, I think you would like Jack's clothing. So check out that, and there we will say goodbye to St Andrews. I hadn't been there for many, many years, and what a place it is. Anyway, I'm digressing, aren't I? Now, because I've been away, I have not caught up with my birthdays, so I'm going to do some birthdays now. Actually, I'm going to start off by wishing Jeff a very happy birthday for last Monday. Jeff, over there in Green Bay, Wisconsin, turned 64 and wrote us the most lovely email. And made me think, Jeff, that we have a lot in common. I think if we were ever at a party, at least we wouldn't be alone in the corner. We could be in the corner together and have a good chat. And Jeff, I hope you had a great birthday, and I hope, of course, the chocolate cake was very well iced. Now, from Green Bay, Wisconsin, we're going to go to Serbia for a Tuesday birthday. I'm going to say Euphemia. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Dusko wrote to me and said, could I wish you many happy returns? I think Dusko's your boyfriend, and I hope I'm Euphemia. I think that's how I would say it. But I mean, I could be doing such a butchering of your name, and I do apologise if I am. But I hope you had a great birthday, and I hope the chocolate cake was very fine. Next, Jackson. It was your birthday on Tuesday. Well, that's three people whose initials is a J. Jackson apparently has attempted every puzzle that has been on the channel since COVID. Now, that is a time commitment. That's brilliant. And my very best wishes, actually, to your two sons as well. It sounds like they're going to be wonderful puzzlers themselves. In not much time, I suspect. Anyway, Jackson, I hope you had a great birthday too. Then we will say, Elizabeth, your parents, Katie and Matt, wrote to me, and Elizabeth, I hope you understand this message, because Elizabeth is 1. Elizabeth turned 1, and I know Katie listened to the channel during pregnancy, and then in sort of late nights after Elizabeth was born. But I love it when I hear about people sort of who've watched the channel through all these life moments and continue to do so now. Anyways, Katie, thank you for your email. Katie and Matt, parents to Elizabeth, who's turned 1. That's brilliant. Next, another J birthday. JD, your good friend, is it Katie, wrote to me. It was your birthday on Wednesday. You went to uni together, and you're one of Katie's top 5. No, not top 5. I've misread that. You probably are one of the top 5 humans. But I actually wrote the word favourite. What I wrote was fave, expecting my future brain to realise it was favourite. But I slightly misread it as 5. But no, you are one of Katie's favourite humans, JD. I hope you had a great birthday on Wednesday. And last but not least, Felix, from your friend Luyo. Is that how I pronounce that? I hope I'm not messing that up. It's your birthday yesterday. And Felix, you're doing a PhD in physics at Cambridge. I think at the Cavendish Laboratory. It's just like, this is insane levels of intellect. And Luyo told me you're incredibly bright, but also kind, funny, and humble. Well, that's 4 pretty good adjectives that have been used to describe you there. I think you're in Japan at the moment with your lab friends, Irene and Felicity. So a shout out to them too. But Felix, I know you're doing stunningly well. And thank you for watching the channel. And I'm sorry I'm a day late, hopefully not $1 short with your birthday wishes. That's all the news. Shall we have a go at this Friendly Circles puzzle by Fitzy and read the rules together? And what do we have to do if we're going to get this puzzle right? We've got to place the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row, column, and 3x3 box. That's normal Sudoku rules. So we've got to put the digits 1 to 9 in each row, column. Ooh, that was exciting. And 3x3 box. Now, what else do we have to do? A cell is friendly if its digit matches its row, column, or box number. So boxes are numbered in normal reading order. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That is how we would count the boxes. And a cell is friendly if its digit matches its row, column, or box number. So if that cell, so okay, that cell is in row 5, it's in column 4, and it's in box 5. Okay, let's pick a better one than that. Let's do that one. No, that's not. Oh, let's do that one. That's in row 5, it's in box 6, and it's in column 8. So if this cell was friendly, it would have to be a 5, 6, or an 8, is how I read the rule. A cell is friendly if its digit matches. Yeah, that's complete. That must be correct. I mean, so that is how that would be friendly. Then it says, draw a circle in every friendly cell that doesn't already contain a circle. So we're going to draw other circles in the grid in every friendly cell. So if this was a 5, it's in row 5, so that would get a circle, is how I read it. But it would also get a circle if it was a 6 or an 8. Any of those would give it a circle. And then it's got a circle rule. It then says if a digit n appears on a circle, then it appears n times on circles. So if this was a 5 and it was circled, even though the circle isn't given, we would have to put 5 5s in circles of some description, either given circles or new circles that we would create. This is crazy. This is really interesting. Yeah, they are all the rules. Do have a go. The way to play is to click the link under the video as usual. But now I get to play. Let's get cracking. Now, I say that, I haven't... Well, the first thing I know to do with counting circles puzzles is to count the circles. Now, I might see if Sven's... Can I copy those? 21 symbols copied to the clipboard. That is brilliant. So this is this new copy technique that you can access from the settings, the cogwheel. I will actually just check, because it would be ironic in the extreme if there weren't. That's 13, 15, 19, 20, 21. There are 21, and the software said there were 21. So there are 21 circles given. But there might be other circles, depending on how many digits in uncircled cells, so digits that aren't in those cells, are in friendly position. So that is not in a friendly. No, this is box 7, row 8, column 2. So that is not going to get circled. I don't know whether we should have colours for circles or not circles. Let's try and not do that yet. Okay, draw a circle in every friendly cell that doesn't already contain a circle. And I've got 21 circles given. But I might be about to say something very stupid, but don't there have to be 45 circles? Or am I missing a point there? There's going to be a 9 in row 9 somewhere. Oh, I suppose it can be here, can it? Is that the point? No, it's not the point at all. No, I'm not having it. I'm not having it. No. Yeah, there are 45 circles. No, I know there aren't at the moment, but in the end there will be. Let me try and explain why I think that's true. It's simply because in row 9 there will be a 9. Let's put it there. No, that's actually in box 9 as well. I'm going to move it slightly. I'm going to move it there. Now, this 9 is undeniably circled, because it's in row 9, so it's a friendly digit. But it wouldn't matter if it was there. If it's there, we've still created a circled 9. And once you've got one circled 9, you must have 9 circled 9s, because that's what the rule said. But the same is true for 8, isn't it? Let's do it a different way. In box 8, will there be an 8 in the puzzle? Yes, and I don't know whether it's in there or it's in one of these, but wherever it is, we're told it's going to be circled. If it's there just because it will be, if it's there because it's friendly and needs to be. So there'll be a circled 8 in this box, which means there must be 8 circled 8s in the puzzle. And then we can just use the secret, something I share with only my very favourite people, but of course if you're watching this video you're one of my favourite people. The secret of Sudoku is that the sum of the digits 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1 is 45. So there are, or there will be, if we can solve the puzzle, 45 circles, but we're given 21. And there can't, by the way, there can't be more than 45 circles, in case you're worried about that, because imagine that the way to create more circles would be to say, once we've circled 8 8s, there are 9 8s in the puzzle, aren't there? Because it's a Sudoku, there's going to be an 8 in every row. There are 9 rows. So once we've circled 8 8s, the way we could increase the number of circles would be to circle a 9th 8, but that's not what the rules tell us we're allowed to do. It has to appear 8 times in circles, not 9 times in circles. And that accounts for the difference, of course, between the fact that we've got 81 cells in the puzzle, but we're only going to circle 45 of them. Because, for example, the digit 1 is going to be once in a circle. Now, that's actually, okay, so that's actually the start, isn't it? I can write 1 in there, I think. I can. Because there must be a 1 in one of these cells, because there's a 1 in column 1 of this puzzle. And wherever it is, it's going to be circled. And there must be a 1 in row 1, and wherever it is, it's going to be circled. So imagine this was not a circled 1. Then we could have a 1 there and a 1 there, but we'd circle both of them. But then we would have 2 circled 1s, and we would have to circle both of them because they would both be friendly. That's the whole point. So we mustn't do that. We mustn't have 2 circled 1s. So we must have 1 circled 1, which is there, and now we will circle it. And now every other one in this puzzle is uncircled. Otherwise we'll break the rules. So we can put a little pencil mark in there. 1 in row 4 is a bit restricted. 1, no. Okay, don't know quite what else to do with that, though there may be things that we are meant to do. Right, what about 2s then? Is there some reason that this diagonal is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? If you put a 2 there, it would be in row 2 and column 2, but not in box 2. Oh, right, so right, okay, no, you can't write 2 there. Because, yeah, this is slightly more complicated, I think. There's going to be a 2 in those cells, in row 2, that has to be circled. There's going to be 2 in this column that has to be circled, because it'll be friendly in that column. And there's going to be a 2 in this box that's also going to be circled, because it will be friendly. And yet, overall, we must only have 2 circled 2s. So it is possible that that's a 2, and it's circled, but then there would have to be another circled 2 in one of those cells. But if this wasn't a 2, that's where it would get tricky. If that's not a 2, then there would need to be some overlap. You'd have to, yeah, you could put a 2 there, for example, because if that's a 2, that's friendly in its row, friendly in its box, and then there will be a 2 in the purple, and that'll be circled, but I'd still only end up with 2 circled 2s per force, if you see what I mean, because the 2 here does double duty. It does the duty of the row, the fact that row 2 must have a friendly cell. The 2 in row 2 will be friendly somewhere, and it does the duty that the 2 in box 2 will be friendly wherever it appears, but by overlapping them, you don't create a surplus of circled 2s. But okay, but what that means is I don't know where the 2s go, I'm afraid. So I must get rid of this. It's going to depend. It's going to depend. So 3s. Let's think about 3s. I have a feeling this is going to go wrong now, because if I can't do 2s, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do 3s. So 3s, there's a 3 in row 3 that'll be circled, a 3 in column 3 that'll be circled, and a 3 over there that'll be circled. And there should be 3 circled 3s altogether. But there, I mean, I suppose if you did put one there. No, that's fine, isn't it? Because the other thing you can do, yeah, the given circles effectively mop up the gravy, don't they? It's sort of like a piece of bread, and you know, at the end of a roast dinner, you might want to eat all the gravy, but it's sort of a bit hard to get at. But why couldn't you have? You could have a 3 there, a 3 there, and a 3 there. And they would all end up being circled, because you'd have a circled 3 for the friendly, a circled 3 for box 3, and a circled 3 that's not in a friendly cell at all, so far as 3 is concerned. But the bread mops up the gravy, so it caters for the balance. So. But that, oh, okay, all that convinces me of is that 3s are. I'm going to look at 9s then. So let's think about the other side, 9s. We know that there are 9. Well, no, I don't see actually. Well, I know that there's got to be a 9 in this box. Oh, well, yes, okay, I can do something. Maverick's going to fly over. By the way, it's boiling here. Scotland was very nice, but I even felt a drop of rain yesterday. But oh, goodness, it is just stiflingly hot here in Surrey. Right. There are only 9 9s in any Sudoku puzzle. And because the 9 in this row, wherever it goes, needs to be circled, all 9 9s need to be circled. So the 9 in this box needs to be circled. But it's not part of the bread mopping up the gravy, is it? For example, if this was a 9, it wouldn't be circled. It's not allowed to be, because it's not in an existing circle. It's not in row 9, column 9, or box 9. So that won't work. We wouldn't be allowed to circle this 9, so we couldn't achieve 9 circled 9s. So the only cells where a 9 could be friendly in box 7 are those 3, because they're in row 9. Now, yeah, okay, actually, oh, no, so I'd actually have been better looking at column 3 first of all, because column 3 has a 9 in it somewhere, but it's not a given circled 9, so it must be a friendly 9, and the only cell that's a friendly 9 is going to be row 9, so that's a 9. I'm sorry if you've all understood that already. I haven't understood that. So, right, here you go. Right, so this is starting to make a bit more sense. So now 9 in box 1, where is it? It's not in this column. It's not equal to 1. And if it was in any of these three cells, it wouldn't be in row 9, column 9, or box 9, so it wouldn't be circled, and we couldn't achieve 9 circled 9s. So one of those is a 9 and is circled. And I think one of these two is going to have to be, but let's just check that. Again, any 9 in this box needs to, if it's uncircled, needs to be in row 9, column 9, or box 9. Box 9 is that one, row 9 is this one, column 9 is this one. Well, clearly, therefore, the 9s have to be in the circles. So one of those is a 9. Yeah, and then it's going to be the same here, one of these two. But it could be this one, even though that's in column 9 as well. It wouldn't matter. So, okay. So let's do 9 in box 6. Which of the three? No, I don't know, do I? Well, no, I don't know, actually. Oh, I've got to be very careful with this. So the 9 is in one of those three, or one of those 5 cells. It could be in column 9. If it was in these two positions, it would earn a circle, or it could be in those cells. So I don't think we know. Box 9, it can go anywhere. Well, it can't go in the bottom row, actually, but it literally can go in all of those cells. Box 8's better, isn't it? Because this one is franking these cells, it can't be in those. These are not friendly so far as 9 is concerned, but there must be a circled 9 in this box, so that 9 is in one of these two. So maybe box 5 is, does that have to be a 9? Probably does. Yeah, none of the uncircled cells are friendly so far as 9 is concerned. So the 9 must be in a given circle, which is that one, which means this is a 9, and we're going to get a bit of 9-age done here. 9 is in this domino, so it's not there, and it's not there in the corner. So 9 we get in box 3. Oh, we nearly get it in box 9. And 9 in box 4, could we do that now? It can't be those two. None of that, they aren't friendly for 9, so it's in one of these two, which is going to give me another 9 in box 6. Now I've got some 9s, but not all 9s. I've got 2 X-wings of 9s left. Right, let's think about 8s then. So 8s have to appear 8 times in circles, and the 8 friendly digits are going to be the 8s in those positions. So we could generate additional circled 8s using an 8 in any of those coloured positions I've just marked. Now, don't actually know how to do. Sorry if this is obvious to you. Oh dear. Well, I can see I'm not. There's no possibility. Actually, I'm going to get rid of the colouring. There's no possibility of a. No, there is a. No, if that was an 8, it would be circled in column 8. But the thing is, it doesn't need to be. Because what would happen if the 8 in column 3 was there, for example? Then we would know that this was an uncircled 8, because it's not friendly, so it doesn't deserve a circle, which would mean every other column had to have a circled 8. But that could be generated either by going into a given circle or by going into a friendly cell that became a circle. But it's going to eat, even if you put... Oh, no, hang on. Maybe there's a different way to do this. So something I've just realised with 9s is that by circling 9s, I'm going to chomp through. I'm going to be like Pac-Man, aren't I, with these circles? I'm going to chomp through lots of them, because even if I was super generative in terms of, I'm not doing, I can sort of see what I mean. Let me try and articulate this clearly. Let's imagine I positioned the 9s in the grid such that I generated 3 new circles for 9s. I couldn't generate more than that, because I've got to put a 9 in that row that will earn a circle. I've got to put a 9 in this column that will earn a circle. And I've got to put a 9 in that box that will earn a circle. And obviously there are some places that overlap that wouldn't earn a circle. If I put 9 there, it doesn't earn a circle. It's already got a circle. But I could, with propitious placement, if I put a 9 there, if I put a 9 here, and I put a 9 there, each of these 3 9s would earn a new circle. But I couldn't earn more than 3 new circles, because I'm only dealing with 1 column, 1 row, and 1 box of the Sudoku. So the maximum number of new circles any digit can create in the puzzle is 3. So that means that digits like 9 are going to chomp through, even if we're very efficient with our 9s. They're still going to create at least 6, or no, they're going to use up at least 6 of the givens. So 8 is going to use up at least 5 of the given circles. And possibly more, because if we did put an 8, if you put an 8 there, then that gets it almost gets double circled. So you'd get a new circle here, you get a new circle for wherever the 8 is in box 8, assuming it wasn't in one of those 2 cells. So you'd earn 2 extra circles for your new 8s. But that would mean you'd need 6 of the given circles to consume, to place 8s into, in order to get 8 8s. So So 9, 8. That is true, isn't it? So the number of given circles, which is 21, we know for sure that that's going to be eaten up with 6 9s. No, exactly 6 9s, actually. Or no, hang on. No, at least 6 9s. At least 6 9s. At least 5 8s. Oh, that's beautiful. And do you see what's happened there? Do you see what I've just said? It's going to be consumed with at least 6 9s, at least 5 8s, at least 4 7s, at least... So I'm adding up the numbers 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and I'm going to get 21. At least 3 6s, at least 2 5s, at least 1 4. And that is 21. Oh, this is brilliant. Right, this is so weird. So what we've just deduced is massive, because what that means is that we sort of know the composition of the given circles. They now have to be 6 9s, 5 8s, 4 7s, 3 6s, 2 5s, 1 4, and a partridge in a pear tree. No, but do you see what I mean? They have to be that. Now that, okay, which has implications for those digits as follows. So the 9s, the 8s, the 7s, the 6s, the 5s, and the 4s, the only way they only consume that small amount of circles, which is all we've now worked out they can do, because we haven't got more than 21 given circles, is if we, for example, for the 4, we must generate 3 new circles. Because if I only generate 2 new circles, I'm going to need 2 of the given circled 4s, and that's going to consume too many. We're going to run out of circled 4s. So the 4s Let's do it for 4s. Let's do it for 4s and check we understand what's going on. But I think there's more implications. But there's going to be a 4 in that row, a 4, sorry, in that column, a 4 in that row, and a 4 in this box. And what I'm now saying is that none of these givens can be a 4, because I need to generate 3 new circled 4s. So none of those can be a 4. And so, yeah, and let's say none of those can be a 4, because if one of these was a 4, I'm generating a new 4, a new circled 4 in row 4 and box 4. So I don't get to generate 3 new circled 4s. I'd only generate 2, and that's terrible for the generation of 4s. Now, so I don't think we can tell here which way round it goes. You know, if that was a 4, that could be a 4, and then that could be a 4, and we would get 3 new circle 4s, which is what we're meant to get. Oh, this is beautiful. Right, but also, let's think about the digits 3, 2, and 1 again, because they've now changed a bit. The 3s in the puzzle, I know that there are 3 circled 3s, because the 3 in row 3, for example, must be circled, but I can't use any given circles with the 3s. So the 3s, which are going to be in these positions, I can't use givens. I can't use givens, and I need to generate 3 new circled 3s. So I couldn't use that one, because that would be, I couldn't generate 3 new ones if I use up row 3 and column 3 in one fell swoop. Similarly, they're in row 3 and box 3. I'm not going to be very good at this in terms of ruling out cells. Oh no, I am right. But look at row 3. Row 3 definitely has a 3 in it, and that will be circled, but mustn't use a circled 3, and I seem to only have one cell left to do that job. So that makes this a 1 using whatever we did earlier. And the green was the 4 colour, wasn't it? Actually, I'm wondering if I should change colours so that it means something a bit more to me. So this earns a circle. 1 is in one of those cells now. 1 must never be circled apart from in that position. And now there'll be a purple circled 3 in one of the purple cells and a purple circled 3 in one of those cells, and that will be good for 3s. Now 2s, so 2s are weird. So 2s mustn't use given circles. Okay, because otherwise we haven't got enough for our 9s, 8s, 7s, 6s, 5s and 4s. So 2 is not in those. So 2 is in one of these, in this box, because a 2 in here would be friendly. So that's going to be a circled 2, which is 1 circled 2. Yeah, okay. And now there is going to be a 2 that's in column 2 that's circled, and there's going to be a 2 in row 2 that's circled. And if they were not coincident with each other, I'd have 3 circled 2s. So this is a 2, which is something I think we thought about earlier. And 2 is up there, and 2 is over here. So maybe we do. Do you think we do 4s, or do you think we go back to 9s now? And whoever wrote in and said this was an easy puzzle, what? It's not easy. Even if you understand it, which I now claim to do, I don't think it's easy. So So 4 is restricted in column 4 now, isn't it? Because if we use a colour for 4, 4 in column 4 has to generate a new circle. So it's not in an existing circle or equal to a digit that isn't 4. So it's in one of two places. 4 in row 4 is placed. Right. This is lovely. 4 in row 4. If it was in box 4 as well, we couldn't generate 3 new 4s in circles, which we do need to do. So the 4 has to be there, I think. Now 4. Oh, was 4 my green colour? It was, wasn't it? Sorry, I hadn't really. So hang on, how did I not spot that before? Maybe I hadn't had the insight about. This is box 4. The 4 in this row has to generate a new circle. I think it has to be there. I don't see why that's wrong. And now it can't be here. And now it has to be there. No, see, I'm losing track of which colour's which here. What was this colour to do with? I don't think I've done anything wrong. I just can't remember what the colours were meant to represent. For some reason, I think that the indigo might be 2, but I don't see why. Anyway, the 4 in this column now can't be there, but must generate a circle, so it's there. Now, so there's a 4 down there. There's a 4 in one of those 4. Purple was 3. Okay, so green can be 4. And do you think we think about 5s then? Or do you think there's something else we're meant to consider? Or maybe going back to 9s. What did we know about 9s when we thought about those? We knew that. Well, we now know. Hang on, let's do it in terms of what we now know. We now know that there are 3 new 9s to be generated. Yeah, that's it. Right. This can't be a 9 in this box because it wouldn't generate. It's in box 9 and it's not generating a new circle. And if it doesn't generate a new circle, we'd have to use we'd consume too many 9s. We can't use more than 6 9s for given circles because we need 3 new ones. So this has got to be the 9. This has got to be the 9. Now that is a circled 9 because it's in box 9. That's going to be a circled 9 because it's in column 9. Every 9 needs to deserve a circle. So, okay, so I've got new 9s. I've got row 9, column 9, box 9. And every other 9 is going to be in a circle, which it will be. So that totally makes sense. So let's do 8s. So 8s have to appear in 5 given circles. And, okay, so this is an 8, which is a new, that's in row 8. Oh, no, that's wrong. No, this can't be an 8. Why is that 8 in the puzzle at all? That cannot be an 8 because it's in row 8 and column 8, and that would only generate one circle. I need the row 1 to be different from the column 1. So I don't know when I put that 8 in, but it's not right. Let me just go back. Was that an example 8? Well, I think that might have been an example 8 that I never removed. Because I don't understand why it's there, that's for sure. I know it's wrong based off the logic we've been doing. Now, is this 8 wrong then? Why is that 8 there? I have no idea. Why have I put an 8 in the grid at all? Or was that part of the whatever I was thinking about with this cell? Don't know. I'm not sure I trust this 8 either. Maybe I'll just take it out. That if I do take it out, this has got to have the possibility of being a purple 3 again. But why would it have been there? Oh, I was thinking about 8 in this column, wasn't I? I was thinking about the fact that I needed to have 8 circled 8s altogether. And I remember I was thinking if I did put an 8 there, it wouldn't be friendly. So every other column would have to have a friendly 8 in it. It was something like that I was doing. So I don't think we've thought through 8s properly in light of our new information, which is that there are 3 8s in the puzzle, which are going to be in some congregation of these yellow cells, and they each have to generate new circles. So anything that is circled is not an 8. Anything that's a 6 is not an 8. Anything that's a 9 or a circle is not an 8. And anything that is coincident is not an 8, because that wouldn't generate 2 new circles. So these are not. They're both in row 8 and box 8. So the 8's in one of those. It's in a relatively small number of places in row 8, but it's in a lot of places in column 8. That's not what we wanted at all. Okay. Don't really know how to deal with that. Apologies if it's very obvious. It could well be very obvious, but I don't really want to then do 7s, and so maybe I've got to do 5s? I don't want to do 5s. Why do I want to do 5s? So 5 has to be in. 5 has to be in 3. Yeah, 5 is actually I don't think it is. But anyway, let's just think about it. 5, yeah. Oh, this is 5. That 5's huge and it's easy. Okay. Why do I think this is a 5? Well, what I'm thinking about is the fact that my 5s that are not in given circles have to generate new circles, which means that they are in row 5, column 5, and box 5. But look, if I was to make this a 5, that is in row 5 and it's in box 5, so it generates 1 new circle, not 2 new circles. I need each row column. I need the 5 in row 5, the 5 in column 5, and the 5 in box 5 to generate different circled 5s. And the only way to do that is if that's a 5, and that therefore gets a circle. Now, so now there's going to be, it's going to be a 5 in this column. It's going to be in either those ones or that one. There's going to be a 5 in this row that's either there or there. But if it was there, then I'd put a 5 in a circle here. But that's okay, isn't it? I think it's okay to do that. Because there have to be, I suppose, 2 5s in the puzzle that are going to be placed into given circles. Wow. Okay, I mean, I'm gradually stumbling through this. But even with... Oh, okay, here's a different point. Where's 5 in column 4? Because it's not in those. So 5 in column 4 is in a circle that's not a friendly circle. Ah, got it. Right. So now look at 5 in column 5. And by Sudoku, it's in one of two positions. But if it was here, it's in column 5, and it wouldn't generate a new circle, which of course it needs to do. So that's 5, and that's 2. And this is circled. The 2 is not. The 2 is circled because it's in box 2. So these digits are 6, 7, and 8 by Sudoku. And 5, 2, I don't know what it means, but it probably does something. And 6, well, again, you can't, we need the 6 in column 6 to generate a new circle, because it will be friendly. So it can't be in those cells, because it wouldn't generate a new circle. So this is a 6. This is a 7, 8. And they are not, yeah, they are absolutely not friendly when it comes to 7s and 8s. And 6s, what is that doing to me? I'm not sure my colours are helping. Maybe they are, and I just don't realise it. Okay, let's try and do something with 6s. So 6 in this row, this column, and this box must not be in a given. So we can take loads of cells out. Take loads of cells out. So, and is there a coincidence cell? So a cell, yes, cell, yeah, that's good. That is good. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly flash on the possible positions of 6s. But these two cells are in box 6 and row 6. So I wouldn't generate enough new circles. So the 6 must be in one of those cells, which means it's not here. Now, so 6, right, ooh. Well, that's a bit weird, because now 6 is circled in box 5. And 6 is not circled down here, which is good. We don't want it to be. So it's the 6 now. Oh, this isn't a 6 by Sudoku. I hadn't spotted that. Okay, so 6 is in one of those 3 cells. So the breakdown of the 6s is circled 6 here, circled 6 here, circled 6 there, and then 3 more 6s that are in circles that are given, which is 1, 2, and well, actually, it's not such a silly question. Where is the third 6 that we're going to place in the puzzle in a circled cell? It's not there by Sudoku. It's not here by Sudoku. It's not here by Sudoku. It's not in any of those by Sudoku. So it's either exactly here or in one of these two. In box 9, oh no, not that one actually. Not that one, because I've given 6. So that 6 is in one of those two in column, which means this can't be a 6. Because one of these has to be a circled 6. Oh, well, that was quite exciting. Now, okay, I'm going to think about 8 in box 8, because I can see it's in one of these cells, but it can't be in a given circle, because it will be friendly here, and I need it to therefore create a special circle. So it's in one of these, and now it's in one of those. If this was an 8, that won't work, because that would be friendly in the row as well as friendly in the box, and I wouldn't be doing my double duties. Now, okay, so that's nearly good, but not good enough. 6s, 7s, 8s. Wow. Oh no, it doesn't work. I thought I just spotted something, but I haven't. Silly Simon. What about So I haven't pencil marked 7 in column 4. Or 2. Oh, well, where's 2 in column 4? I can't put 2. I've already got 2 circle 2. Sorry, that's been available forever. That's got to be a 2. So now those are a 6-8 pair. I can't circle another 2, so 2's in one of these cells. 2's in one of those, not that one by Sudoku. In this column, those 2 cells are now 5 and 7. But that can't be 7, look. Oh, hang on. There's loads going on. This is really good. This is really good. Right. This can't be a 7 because it would lose my ability to create a friendly new circle in row 7. So that's 5. That's 7. But also here, how could this be 6? It's got a 6 looking at it. So that's 8. That's 6. I don't know what that means. What are those digits? 1, 3, 7. Box 5. And this isn't 7 by Sudoku. It's got a 7 looking at it. Are any of those friendly as regards anything? 1s, 3s, and 7s in those positions? I don't think they are. 5, 5. Well, it's nearly exciting. What about this row then? Well, okay. What we can't do in row 4 is have any of these digits be low digits, because I've done my 1s, 2s, and 3s already. They're in either the purple cells, or 2s we've found the 2 circles, and 1 we've found the single circle. So those digits must be a 1, 2, 3 triple. That's not 1, that's not 2. These digits are 5, 7, 8, but that can't be 8, it's in column 8. That can't be 7, it's in column 7. And again, that's simply because we would not be creating enough new stuff. Now, that can't be a 6 by Sudoku. And so 8 is in one of those 3 cells. Do we think? I think it almost certainly is circle, but I don't know that. This was an 8. What would that do to the world? That would definitely be it'd be the only uncircled 8 in the puzzle. Don't know what to do with this. Hang on. Let's think about this. How do we do this? No idea. Absolutely no idea. I don't know. One thing I'm struggling with is whether I'm meant to focus more on the low digits or the high digits. It's a bit surprising to me that I haven't been able to do better with 8s and even 9s, although I suppose 9s are just down to these X-wings. How long have I been going? Nearly an hour. Okay. And 3 is a purple digit, so it's not in the corner. But can we do any better than that? So that corner digit is a 6, 7, or an 8. And that's in a given circle. I don't know. 5 is in one of those cells. Is that good? Oh, no, that's very good. Right, here's a very simple point. Where's 5 in row 5? Now, it can't go in a given circle. We need it to create a new circle. So that's 5. So this is an 8, 9 pair. And 4's got shunted downwards. Well, these digits, in fact, by Sudoku are 4, 6, 7, and that's not 7. So 7 is placed in the middle box. It's a useless 7. It's not getting a circle or anything. And 1, 2, 3 are left to complete row 6. Again, these are all, they're not capable of being friendly down there, so we can't do much with that. But maybe whichever of these is the circle. Oh, that's not 6 by Sudoku. Whichever of these is 4 is going to end up being circled. So 4 is in one of those 3 cells. Yeah, I suppose along with the digit here, along with a 1 or a 3, which again won't be friendly. All right, so what does this mean? So that is a circled 5. So how many circled 5s have I got? I have got all of the ones there that are the new generators. So I meant to have 2 other 5s, which I've got in circles. So no other 5 is circled, which might do something maybe. 5 is in one of these 3. Yeah, that's it. Where's 5 in box 1? This 5? If I was to put it here, I'd have too many circle 5s. So it's got to go there, which places another one down there. So now we've got several. We've got a 1, 2, 5 triple in box thingy. Box 3. I can't put 5 in a circle here, so it's not in that cell. Let's double click 5s. Can we do anything better with this? I have got several, but I haven't got enough. If one of these is a 5, I don't think we can do anything with that. Right, let's try something else. Shall we try? It's not. It really isn't that easy to know where the. I could probably, you know what I probably could do if I really concentrated? I bet you could work out exactly what the possible digits were for these. Have I had all my... Where's my circled 4 that I've got to have? Oh, it could perhaps be here. I hadn't seen this. Because I need to have 3 circled 4s that are new. I've got 1, 2, and 1 of these. And I need to have 1 circled 4 that's in a given. That's harder to see. That's either going to be in those 2 or one of these 2. But I don't know which. Ah, sorry. Okay. And 4, 7, 8, 9. I don't know what to do now. Let's try. I have no clue where to look. Goodness me. Should we try and do 7s? I haven't really done much thinking about 7s. Or 6s, maybe. There's going to be a 6 here that gets circled. A 6 here that gets circled. A 6 in one of those 2 that gets circled. And there should be 3 more 6s that are circled. 1, 2. So there still needs to be 1 more. It's not going to be there because of this 6. Oh, I think we looked at this. We decided, didn't we? That, yeah, we did. We decided it was going to be in one of those 2 cells in the final column, and I have no way to know that. All right, I'm going to think about 7s. So 7, this 7 is utterly not circled. It's just a 7 in the middle of the grid. It's not in row 7, column 7, or box 7, and it's not circled already. So that 7 is a naughty old 7, and there can only be 2 of those in the whole puzzle. Right. And the 7 here, I don't know which cell it's going to be in, but that's going to be a naughty 7 as well. It's not in row 7, box 7, or column 7. So these are the 2 naughties. Every other 7 in the puzzle is either in row 7, in box 7, in column 7, or in a circle. There's a lot going on there. But how do we make use of that? Indeed, can we make use of that? So maybe we start with this box. Yeah, we should do actually. Because the 7 in this box is always friendly and mustn't also be in row 7, otherwise it's doing double duty. So 7 is in one of 2 places, and that's actually better than I thought I was going to get. And the 7, that's it. Right, and now the 7 over here can't be in the circle, because it's going to merit a new circle anyway. So the 7 goes there, which makes this a 5, this an 8, this a 7. Right. Now that 5 makes that a something. Now that's a 5 by that fair-weathered friend Sudoku. But 7s, I think, are going to be the exciting thing. So 7 is going to be in one of 2 places. Oh, please. I don't know which of those it is. I would like to. I don't know. Sorry. 7. 7. And then the 7 in this box. Is that doable? This must be... No 7 in these cells is possible, because it would never get circled. But we know the only uncircled 7s are those 2. So this is now a 9-7 pair, which makes this 8. This 7, that gets me a 7 up here, which is a circled 7 because it's in column 7. And now we must be cooking... Well, we are cooking with gas for that cell. That's a naked single. That's become a 4, which is in column 3, row 3, and box 1. So not a friendly 4. This is not a 7. 3, 6, 8 into these cells in box 1, but a 3 in either of those would be circled. So we've got this one. Oh, this can't be a 3 because it's got a 3 over here looking at it. 3, 6, 8. This can't be a 6 using the power of a black given digit. And I don't know then. I do suspect we're getting ever more close. Well, hang on. Didn't we say... I think we did say that we've got to put 4 into a circle, which I have not... a given circle, which I have not managed to do. And that's now in one of those 2 cells. Now, does that matter? Apparently not. Yeah, okay, this one is the 4. Now, the reason this one is the 4 is like a weird naked single from a Sudoku perspective. This digit sees 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, but it can't be a circle 1, 2, or 3 because we've had all those. Well, we haven't had all the circle 3s, but this certainly can't be one of them because it wouldn't be. The circle 3s are all over there. So this is a 4. This is now a 4, 6 pair. And this is not a 4. And who knows what that digit is, but it's got to be a something. We could probably work it out. In fact, we can work it out using a similar method to this, can't we? We know it's got to be a high digit. And it's not 5, 7, or 9. Or 4, obviously. So it's 6 or 8, and there's now a 6, 8 pair in this column. Which means the other digits in the column are 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is a 3 or a 4 because it sees a 1, 2 pair. This is 1, 3, 4. And this is 1, 2, 3. No! That's not what we wanted. You rotten old puzzle. Okay, that didn't work, I'm afraid. So... wow, I don't know then. Let's try something else. No, what was it? Yes. Okay, I'll try this. This might be wrong. Where is 8 in box 9? I mean, and I really don't know the answer, but this 8's knocking this cell out. I don't think we can put it here, because then that would be using 8 in row 8 and column 8, and I wouldn't generate 2 new circle 8, so it's not there. So it's in one of those 2 cells, I think. which means in this row, where's the 8? It's not there, it's not there. So it's in one of these two cells. So these are now a 7, 8 pair. Now I've got a 7, 8, 9 triple in column 1. So this becomes 4 or 6. I've got 1s, 2s, 3s, and 4s to place in this box. Gosh, it's very close now, I think. I've got 1s, 2s, and 3s to place in row 8, and that's not a 2. Oh, no. Oh, wait. No, it doesn't work. Well, an 8 here will be circled, won't it? And so will 7. Golly, okay, so I don't actually know how to deal with that. That's most distressing. Where do you think we look now? We could look at... No. What I was about to say is such nonsense. I don't dare even utter what I was about to suggest from my brain. Naughty brain. Come on, brain. Pull yourself together. You've got some work to do here. I wish I knew where to look. We could... I mean, I could go towards the festival of pencil marking, but I don't want to do that. The puzzle's been lovely to this point. I don't think it's been easy, but it's been lovely. There, I've found something in column 3, 6, 7, 8 triple. Does that look reasonable? So that means that digit there is a 3, which makes that an 8 and that a 6, which makes this a 6 and this an 8, which makes this an 8. Now, this one needs to be circled because it's in box 8. And that 3 is in column 3, so it earns a circle. The 8's definitely... Oh, the 8's good. The 8's good because it does some things down here. So 8, 9, 9, 7. 7, 8 here. Both of those get circled. Box 7 and row 8. Now. Well, okay. 2, 3, 4. I've got a 2, 3, 4. Where's 6 in column 1? It seems to only be able to go in that position. So 6, 4, 7 go into the grid. This is no longer a 4. And the 7... Oh, these aren't 3s either. Or 4s. So this is... I've got a 1, 2 pair in column 3. I've got a 1, 3 pair in column 2 and a 2, 3, 4 triple in column 1. Which I'm sure is going to be tremendously useful the moment I understand what's going on. What are these digits? 3, 4, 8. Well, where's the 8? 8 in box 3 is just a given. It's been there forever. So now 4, now 3. Now this isn't a 4. We've got a 1, 2, 3 triple in column 9. Oh, that's not a 3 either. So in column 7, I haven't put 1, 2, and 6 in, I think. So this is 1 or 6. 1, 2, or 6. Oh dear. Oh, look, I've got a 1, 2, 3 triple in column 8. So it's just whatever's missing. Column 8 needs 4 and 6. Now, okay, I don't know how to do that, but what seems to have happened now, if we look at this box and ask where 6 is going, it seems to have to be in the bottom row. So that means this is a 4 and this is a 6, which makes this a 6, that a 4, this a 6 by Sudoku. This must be a 1, 2, or a 3. I feel like I've got... Oh, it's going to be 4s then, is it? So where's 4? This isn't... yeah. Where's 4 in box 7? It's there. How many 4s have we actually got? 1, 2, 3. All of them. So I've got 1s and I've got 1s and 3s left. I'm gonna get rid of my No, I want to get rid of my colouring, because I don't think it's been serving any purpose at all for quite a long time. Oh no, I want to do those. I want to just do colours. Get rid of yellow, get rid of blue. Right. Now, the 1s, 2s and the 3s are not going to be resolved, I don't think, by the rules. I think I may not have put them all in. That 6 needs shading. But I think that we've done all the rules insofar as we're able to. I'm just looking at that 8 needs a circle. It's in column 8. That 6 needs a circle. It's in box 6. That's in column 6, this 6 here. And what we should find, if we have done our job properly, is we should have 45, exactly 45 circle digits. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 23, 24, 27, 31, 36, 40. Oh, it's not right, is it? 40, and then another 3. So those are the ones I think have been shaded. And I think there were 43 of them, which would imply I'm missing, 3 in this box. That's definitely one of them. It's in 3 in box 3. Now, can we see the other one? Is there another one? Or maybe it's a low digit that I've not catered for. That is possible. Just let me think about this, because I feel bad about this. This is in column 6. That doesn't work. Is it some sort of 4-edge, 5-edge, 3-edge? Is there a 3 problem? Don't think that there is. Oh no. Well, what have I missed then? That 7 isn't friendly. I don't think it is. Have I not highlighted a circle? That 6 isn't friendly. 5 here is not friendly. 4 here is not friendly. That's not friendly. That's not friendly. No. 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 4 there, not friendly. Oh, 4 in that box is friendly. It's in box 4. There we go. And that gets us up to the correct count. And now what we should be able to do somehow is just figure out. Let's look at that digit. So that digit is a 2 or a 3, because it's got to be that one, hasn't it? In right, which means it's that one. So the indigo digit is at least slightly positionable. Right, there you go. Where is that digit in box 5? The answer is in one of those 2 cells, because it could be a 2, remember. I think it is a 2, because now where is it in this box? And actually it's only got one place to be, which is there. So we need a digit that's coincident between indigo here, which is 1 or 2, and indigo here, which is 2 or 3. So it is 2. So those are 2. That's 2. That's 2. That's indigo. This is not. That's indigo. We might not need to keep track of indigo now. 1, 3. There. That's 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the spotlight. Losing its religion. What a puzzle. 3. Yeah. 1, 3. 1, 3. Double click all the 2s, may as well. And click, tick, yes. Wow, that was really clever. That's really clever, but I tell you what, I would rate that based off the time it's taken me and how much I had to think. I would give that a good 4 stars. That was not that was that easy. I'm just maybe it could be me post holiday. I don't know. But Fitzy, that was very clever, really interesting. I'm now baking hot, but that's fine. Let me know in the comments how you got on with the puzzle. I enjoy the comments, especially when they're kind, and we'll be back later with another edition of Cracking the Cryptic.